Qualifying for the China World Cup Big Air just went down for freestyle skiing. We have the qualifying results. I have them right here. Some of you guys may have seen them already. Some of you guys may not have. For those of you guys that missed the live stream, I screen recorded a ton of the tricks. And in this video, we're going to break down my prediction for who's going to take home first, second, and third for this event. Finals is coming in on Sunday. All right, so looking at the screen here, we have a ton of riders, 25 in each heat. Heat number 2 actually has 26. So that's a total of 51 people competing in the event, and only five people from each heat make it to finals. So basically 1 in 5 gets an opportunity to go to finals. So for those of you guys who are new to this format or haven't been through a big air format before, typically qualifying is best of 1 jump. Sometimes it's best of 2 jumps. In this case, it is best of 2 jumps. So all the athletes have to do 2 different tricks, spinning 2 different directions. You cannot do like 2 forward left tricks, will not count. They could be the exact same trick in the other direction, but they have to be in a different direction. So you got forward right, forward left, switch right, switch left. And because it's best of 2 jumps in this qualifying event, everybody gets 3 chances, so 3 tries to do your trick. Typically it would be 2 tries for 1 trick for qualifying, and then finals is always best of 2 tricks and you get 3 tries at it. So with all that in mind, like for those of you guys who haven't seen this event yet, there's some like crazy stuff that went down, as there typically is in big air. But a big air event like China, where it is a stadium big air, I competed there last year. The jump is sick. It's perfect. It's really hard to beat. And when you have a setup like that and like a good day, you're gonna see some crazy tricks. And that's exactly what we saw today. So with that being said, I'm gonna rattle off Heat 1 qualifiers. We have Miro in first, Mac four-handed second, Kim Gupser in third, Troy Pod Millsack in fourth, and Leo Landro in fifth. We're gonna go over tricks in a second. Heat number 2, we have Luca Harrington in first, Dylan Deschamps in second, Andre Getley third, Tormod Frostad in fourth, and Oliver Magnuson in fifth. More or less, we have like a pretty familiar. What's up, Chuck?
Oh,
I'm filming a bit.
sorry, bro.
All good.
I thought Tate was in there.
No. More or less, we have a pretty familiar finals list. I would say one person we aren't used to seeing recently in finals is Oliver Magnuson, but the guy's insane at big air and insane at slopestyle, so it's a surprise, but it's not really a surprise. On top of that, from Heat 1, Kim Gupser always does really good in big air and has some crazy big air tricks, but we don't often see him in finals as much as, as much as I'd like to personally, because he does some crazy stuff, but he's in this finals, so I'm super stoked about that. And yeah, let's dive into it. So Heat number 1, Miro absolutely destroyed it. He had a 94. I think that's the highest score of the day. Let me check. Yeah, highest score of the day. And he did a 4 dub 21 stale, like perfect. I think the only other one we've really seen is Mac when he did it in X Games. And this was, just as good, if not better, on somewhat of a smaller jump. He deserved an insane score. The judges actually thought it was 18 at first, and he got like an 84 because, they're scoring 18, so it's like 84 now. It is what it is. We're spinning bigger. We're doing different things. And they eventually had to make a correction because they realized it was a 21 and bumped it up to a 94. So top score of the day, absolutely insane trick. Had a tiny bobble and they docked him huge on his second run. Third run, he absolutely laced up, switch 19 blunt. Probably could not do it better if you tried. And it got an 89.75, and it was absolutely, it was perfect. He absolutely went off. Like qualifying, Miro destroyed some crazy tricks. So well executed. And second, Mac kind of did the same thing as Miro in the second run. Little tiny bobble, and they docked him huge on a trip 18, got a 46. Second run, absolutely stomped it perfectly, going almost bigger than anybody else, maybe bigger than anybody else I saw today. 88.25 for a trip 18 mute, absolutely perfect. And then second run did a switch trip 16 mute, like same distance, way down the landing, executed perfectly. 83.5 puts him in second. Super solid tricks. And third from Kim, he did a dub like rodeo 9 or dub cork 9, but holding nose, like dub nose, and then did a pullback to 7. So super creative, super crazy tricks. They're really rewarding the pullbacks, and no one's doing a double pullback with like dub nose. No one's doing it. So obviously he scored really well for that. And I actually missed his third run, so I don't know what he did, but he got an 83, so I'm assuming it was good. And fourth, we have Teapot. He did this absolute insane pullback. Basically what he was doing in another contest earlier this year, the Burko flip, if that's what you want to call it, but added extra 180 to it, so even more. And it was executed beautifully with Japan the whole way through. And then I believe his last trick he did switched up bio 16 mute. I might have missed it, but scored well, got an 89 as well. And coming in fifth, last person to make the cut in heat number 1 was Leo Landro. Oh, and you can actually see the tricks here. My bad. All right, we'll go back to Teapot, and his last trick was the Burko flip. Okay, he got 77 for his switched up Misty, 16, and then 89 for his pretzel. So scoring really well for the pretzel. And Leo Landro, obviously, we know him. The guy absolutely does some insane stuff on skis, on snowblades, literally everywhere. He's a sender, absolute sender. And we got the typical big air tricks out of him that he normally does at the contest, trip 18 mute and switch trip 18 mute. And honestly, they've done really well, and they're super gnarly tricks. So fair play to him to make it through the finals, absolutely should have. He basically did the same tricks Mac did, but Mac scored a little bit higher execution, you know. The actual air time he got, like he went a little bit bigger on the jumps than Leo, so he scored a little bit better. Heat number 2, we have Luca Harrington coming in first. Watching this, guys, was insane. His second trick is absolutely mind-blowing. Like, we have not seen it done like this before. So he kicked things off with a dub cork 10, pull back to 9, holding Japan the whole way through. Very similar to what A-Hall does. Scores very well. They're loving the pullbacks. Got an 84, all gravy. Second run, he does a switch trip 16. Okay, kind of like Leo, kind of like Mac, but way different. So he wraps the whole way through, going switch 5, switch 7, switch 5, which is definitely a little bit harder way of doing the switch trip 16 than the way the other guys are doing it. And he grabbed dub safety, so Esco the whole way through, and it was beautiful. We've never seen anybody do that trick with that grab or like that before, and it scored super high, and it deserved to score super high. 93.25, so second highest score of the day. In second, we got our boy Dylan, absolutely crushing it in finals, man. Comes out, absolutely pulls off a beautiful trip 18 first hit of the day. Perfect, scores really well, 86.25. Comes in and does something we've never seen done in contests, landed like this or this clean. Switch triple Misty 16. He learned it like a couple months ago in New Zealand. One of the crazier tricks we've ever seen done, and pulls it out in big air and absolutely stomps it. And scored a 90.75, you know, as you should with the trick like that. In third place, we got familiar face, Andre Bergetley, coming out, doing a typical switch up out 16 with the butte grab. He does that a lot in slope and a lot in big air. Scores really well, super hard trick. No one's really doing it like him. And it's good to see him finally getting rewarded, because he has done this trick a bunch of times in other contests, and it's hit or miss whether it scores well. So the judges were really looking for execution in this contest. The run number 2 is a dub 18 stale, like absolutely perfect. Again, really good score for dub 18 stale, absolutely nailed it. And he got 87.25, putting him in third. All right, coming in fourth, we got Torm Frostad, absolutely crushing it. Actually did really well at the first big air of the season in Coor. Same with Dylan as well. And Matei did not make it this time, but still had some crazy tricks I'm sure you guys saw. Torm pulling up in fourth with a switch double bio 14 safety, but he's doing a tail butter on the takeoff, and nobody's doing tail butters into switch bios or switch dub bios at all, because it's insane. And he scored really well with that, 88, as he should. You know, it was a really, really crazy trick and executed super well. And then he does a right carving, triple 16 safety, absolutely perfect, like tweaking the grab, holding safety, feet together like this the whole way through. Looked really nice, scored really well, got 82, and enough to put him into finals. And last up from heat number 2, we have Oliver Magnuson. He kicked things off with a dub 19 blunt that was absolutely perfect. Very, very sick to see. You know, the man looks like a tornado when he's doing this trick. And then followed it up with a switch 18 blunt right after that. 85, 83, made it into finals, just bumping Jesper out. All right, now with all that in mind, guys, we have to pick our top 3 for the podium upcoming in this event. And it's gonna be a tricky one, because there's lots and lots of good people in this finals. But coming in third, based off how they're skiing, the trick selection, the tricks I think they have and they can do, I am gonna put... What's up, Tidgets?
What's up, bro?
I'm doing a prediction video for the finals. Who do you think is gonna come third, second, and first?
Torm will be third.
Torm third, okay.
Dylan second.
Dylan
Luca
second.
first.
Luca first. Wow, okay.
Don't tell Dylan I said that.
That's okay. I'm gonna put Dylan second too, I think. All right, so who I believe is gonna come in third in this event is none other than Mac forehand. I believe the guy is just going bigger than everybody else. The execution on the trip 16 or switch trip 16 and the trip 18 is slightly better than some of the other guys, and he's doing big tricks. They're rewarding big tricks that are done well and executed super well. I think something that with Mac that we can think about too is that he does have big tricks like 21 stales as well if he needs it. Not that he's probably going to do it, but he does have this option to do bigger tricks in case something happens and needs to up it even more. Who I think is going to come in second, none other than our boy Dylan Deschamps from Canada. Dylan's absolutely crushing it. I mean, the switch triple Misty 16 was insane. No one else is doing that trick. It scored fairly well, but I think if he cleans it up a little bit more, it can score even better. And it's something that nobody else in the field is doing. So I think he's gonna score super well for that. And then doing a trip 18 mute again, you know, super good trick. Scored really well for him and Mac as well. Executing well, holding a grab the whole way through. He's going big. I think he has the opportunity to do something bigger there, maybe a 21 if he has to, or going even trip 19 mute. So having that potential to bump it up if he needs to, sitting the spot out is going to be huge. And this might not come as a surprise because he qualified first. Oh shit, dude, I forgot about Luca. Oh,
Who
I was gonna put,
though?
I guess technically Luca qualified second. I was gonna put Miro in first, but I'm gonna have to change things up now. You know what? I think I'm gonna put Luca in third, and I'm gonna bump Mac down to fourth because Luca has some insane tricks. He's got the big tricks. He's got trip 19 blunt, which nobody else is gonna do. He scored really well the pullback. I think he's gonna do something more tomorrow. And the switch trip 16 like double safety grab was perfect. And nobody else has done that, so I'm gonna put him ahead of Mac. And then I'm gonna put Miro in first because he did 21 stale and it was absolutely perfect, and then he did switch 19 blunt, that was absolutely perfect, and he can go switch 21 blunt if he needs to, and it'll probably be absolutely perfect. And the judges are looking for grabs held the whole way through and execution, and that's what he's got. He's got the biggest tricks, the best grabs, and the best execution, I think, for this event. For that reason, I'm gonna put him in first. Let me know what you guys think down below, but we're gonna find out tomorrow anyways, so I hope you guys get to watch live stream. For those of you guys who don't get to watch live stream, I'll do a little recap video after as well, but I want to shed more light on the events going on in the freestyle skiing world and kind of share our world with you guys more and get you more hyped on the events that's going on. So hope you enjoyed. See you next video. Deuces.